Hey everybody, Martinique Brown here doing my day 29 of my 1 year journal of becoming self-employed. I first of all just want to thank you guys for taking time to watch this video. Like I said, I really enjoy sharing. Hey brother. So I really do enjoy sharing what I've learned, as well as some things that I should do and should not do as pursuing to become self-employed. Hey Marco, hey Adrian. Um, so like I always say in the beginning of my videos, make sure that you share this post to your page, as well as check out my previous episodes on my YouTube channel, Martinique the Storyteller, and I will have the link in the description box. So who else is here? Hi, Kathy. Oh, Kathy is from Dayton, Ohio. She's my friend. So today I just want to talk to you guys about really just trusting in God for my entrepreneurial endeavors, and really just believing that He'll give me strength to pursue these things as well. Adrian, don't be talking about my face is shiny. I put on Vaseline. I never like to have chapped lips. But anywho, so like I said, trusting in God. So a lot of people don't know how I ended up in Orlando. So I'll quickly tell you guys how I went from where I previously was to where I am now. I actually was working in Washington, D.C., and I did enjoy it. I actually was working at a job in D.C. for a year and 8 months. And unfortunately, I was laid off from my job. And so it was, when you're about to get laid off or possibly terminated, my situation, like I said, I was laid off. You see the signs, you kind of see it coming. I knew it was coming. So, but I was still kind of shocked that it happened. At least so soon, I was shocked that it happened. So anyway, before I was laid off, I actually found out that I had some fibroids. And I was just wondering, how am I going to get these fibroids removed with the recuperating time that it took. The doctor in Virginia was actually telling me that recuperation time for me, specifically with the type of surgery that I had, was going to take about 6 weeks. And I said, well, I don't have any family here. And I really didn't know what I was going to do. So I decided that as soon as I accumulate enough PTO, then I'll go ahead and have my surgery done. Hey, Eric and Stephanie. So I said I was going to go ahead and have my surgery done. That was when I still knew that I had a job. So then about a month and a half later, I was laid off from the job. And if you guys ever visited or even lived in DC yourself, it's very expensive to live there, especially and specifically not having a job. So it's impossible. So I actually had to move back home to Dayton, Ohio. Actually a little disappointed in that, just for the simple fact that, you never want to have to move in back with your parent, because you like, I'm not going that route, but I had to go that route. So I actually moved back home, and I just felt that my mom is there to help me just recuperate from the surgery. So I might as well get my surgery done now while I'm looking for a job and things like that. So that's what I ended up doing. Got the surgery. Once I was fully recuperated, it actually took me about 8 weeks to get back on my feet after the surgery. I actually started thinking about where would I like to live. Now, some of you guys may know that I'm not in military, but if you were to see everywhere that I lived, you would think that I was in military. I've lived everywhere. And I am actually glad that I've been able to experience and live in different states, and because it's allowed me to see where I would like to settle down. So I know that I enjoy extremely hot weather. I don't enjoy the snow or the cold weather, so I decided to move to Orlando. During that time, I was actually working at a temp agency, and it was so easy to get a job at this temp agency. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I can pick anywhere to live and just work for a temp agency until I get hired somewhere full time. When I moved to Orlando, it was a totally different story. I think everybody and their mama was working for a temp agency, and they were not bringing in any new people to work at this temp agency. But I still trusted in God. I said, typically I would wait till I have a job before I move to a new city. But I just felt that, God is going to provide. I knew he was, and so he did. But when you get blessed by God, it's not always how you think things are going to happen. So specifically in my situation, I didn't have anywhere to live. So I actually, during that time of working at the temp agency in Dayton, I actually saved up enough money to last me for a solid month to live somewhere. So I decided to live at one of those extended stay hotels. And I actually came down here to Orlando for with only a month worth of stuff, because I said, I'm going to apply to as many jobs as I can, and I'm going to do whatever I can do, and let's see what I get in a month. So I did that. I was staying at extended stay for, like I said, about 4 or 5 weeks, and I did everything. I did a job that's similar to Uber Eats. I did that job, worked that job, and I really found that it ate up a lot of my gas. So, so I decided that I need to work somewhere else. I finally did get hired on a temp agency job at a temp agency, and I was assigned to a job for about 6 weeks. And I just felt that, I'm gonna make it. So what I did was I went back home to Dayton. I rented a SUV, and I drove all of my stuff back here. I didn't want to, but I had to get a roommate because I just felt that financially that was the best thing for me to do in that situation. So I got a roommate, moved all of my stuff into my roommate's house, and that's what I did. So I actually started working for a nonprofit agency on a contract basis. And I was able to work. My contract was for, or is for, because I'm still there, my contract is for 10 and a half months. And so I was just like, God, you're going to provide. Now, I do want to let you guys know that initially when I moved here, I said, I don't want to live with anybody else. I want to live on my own because I just enjoy that. What you was talking about? Who, Adrian? I don't get it. Tell me what you saying. But I want to live on my own. But I feel like you have to be wise in your decisions, and you have to be realistic. So if I knew I couldn't afford an apartment by myself and I need to get a roommate, you do what you have to do until you get where you want to be. And so, like I said, I was working my 10 and a half month job, and I just said, God, I just need you to give me a full-time job out of this, or, something. And, the Bible talks about sometimes we just don't know exactly what to pray for, but the Holy Spirit knows how to just intercede with that. And so, hey, cousin Kenneth. So I'm not going to say my roommate's name. She know who she is. But let me stop. But God knows what we need. in these moments. And so I've just been working this 10 and a half month contract. And I can honestly tell you guys that the pay is not the best, but that's why I had to get the second job. I had to get the second job in order for me to survive. And everybody that's joining, so I wouldn't have to ask y'all guys for money. So I got the second job, and I just have some great news. My 10 and a half month contract is actually up in the middle of July. And so they actually asked me to extend my contract for another 4 months. Isn't that so good? But I'm just so thankful for that, especially just looking back where I came from to where I am at now. And so I just thank God, for that, for moving me forward. It's not a permanent job, but it pays more, which means that I only have to work at the retail store for once a week. And the reason why I decided to keep that job is you just never know what's going to happen. And another thing is, like I said, it's only for it's only for 4 months. So we don't know what's going to happen after that 4 months. I might need to start working at the retail job more hours, so that's why I didn't want to quit the retail job altogether. So that's really good. I actually have a new entrepreneurial idea, and you guys just give me the thumbs up if you think it's a good idea or not. But even if you give me a thumbs down, which Facebook doesn't have, I'm still going to pursue it. So, but no, seriously, some of you guys have been following my story about me being a Christian version. And I always put the word Christian in there just for the simple fact that people are pursuing abstinence and purity for different reasons other than, being a Christian. But I want people to know that I'm strictly doing this because of my faith in Jesus Christ. So, drum roll, please. I decided that I would like to pursue becoming a purity speaker. And when that first came to mind, I was looking like, Martinique, are you serious, girl? That is crazy. And I actually Googled it. And there are other purity speakers. Can you believe that? I just feel like people speak on everything. But I feel like it's such a needed topic, just because I think a lot of times society does talk about, just wrap it up, but people want to go a different route. Some people do want to save themselves. And so who would be better to talk about that except me? So that's why I decided to pursue this. Like I always been saying in my videos, it's not something that I thought I would be at in this time in my life, but I am. And so I might as well glorify God in what I'm pursuing. So I know my brother said I've been that my whole life. I know, that's what I'm saying. So, but I just feel that if it's not me, then who? Sometimes God brings you to different situations, like I said, that you may not want to be in, but you can still give glory to God in the situation that you're in. And that's what I'm going to do. So, as a purity speaker, what I'll be promoting is sexual abstinence until marriage, as well as just sharing practical tips on how to maintain one's purity. And what I decided to do, hey Kia, but what I decided to do was create a video of who I am, my testimony, as well as what I'm promoting, and I'll send that to seminar and conference leaders, and so they're able to see what I'm about. And I'm actually creating this video to see if they will be interested in me speaking at their different conferences and seminars. So these seminars and conferences can be geared towards young girls, women, as well as singles ministry and things like that. So if you guys are a part of a church or any type of organization that you would like to promote this message of purity as well as sexual abstinence, then I'm the woman for you to help you promote that message. My email address will be in my description box. Adrian, don't be laughing at my brother. Do not. I repeat, do not encourage that behavior. So what I actually did was because I like to give you guys practical tips on how to pursue what you're trying to pursue. Hey, Edwin and Caitlin from seminary, y'all. She went to NOBTS in the house. So what I actually did last Monday, I actually Googled upcoming conferences, and I called the churches as well as different organizations to find out who the coordinator specifically was. Now, a lot of time, you guys, you'll have to tell them specifically what you're talking or what you're calling about. But you have to have a 30-second elevator, speech about who you are as well as what you're trying to promote, so they can give you that coordinator's email address and their name. And when you have that individual on the phone, take advantage of it. If there's other things that you think of, just go ahead and ask them that question. Don't let them rush you off the phone as well. So just make sure that I really do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say make sure, you guys. But I actually plan to create this video and send it out on Monday. But what I realize is that I need to practice and rehearse what I'll be saying, so I don't stumble over my words. So I'm so happy that you guys are here to just really just be a part of my new entrepreneurial endeavor that I'll be doing, as well as I'm able to share a little bit more about some practical tips on how to pursue what you're trying to pursue. So thank you again for joining me on day 29 of my 1-year journal of becoming self-employed. I need more than 30 seconds. What? No, you don't need more than 30 seconds, Ruben. I'm telling you, because they try to rush you off the phone. So that's what I'm saying. You just need a quick 30-second spiel when you're talking to this very first person on the phone. That's what I'm talking about. But if you like I said, if you would like me to come to your church or your conference, please just send me an email. My email is in the description box again. Please remember to share this video with somebody that you think may help. Also post it to your Facebook page as well. And if you need to catch up on previous episodes, just make sure you go to Martinique the Storyteller. That's all one word. And the link to my YouTube channel will be in the description box. I hope you guys have a great remaining Friday, and I will talk to you guys later.